everyone. This is Mystic Fish, and welcome to episode 10 of our Factorio series on building a cellular megabase. First off, I want to apologize for the sound levels on the last video. I did not actually discover that until I had done a bunch of the recordings, and it was really just too much to go back and edit it. For those of you who maybe just got fed up with that and skipped it, we did manage to do some troubleshooting and did fill up the builder train, and things quiesced all the way back to not doing anything. So I think the next thing we want to try is to actually take the builder train out and try to stamp down another mining cell. But before we do that, there's a few last little updates I want to make to the cell before we do that. So the first thing is, it occurs to me when we're constructing the cell that we could end up with some wood sitting around in storage, and I figured, you know what? Why don't we burn that off? We can request the wood here. Oh, that wood. There we go. And if there's wood, we'll try to insert it. We will disable this guy. So we'll say if there is wood. So in order, you will not stick solid fuel in unless wood is 0. Okay, you're currently enabled because there's no wood. Okay, so that takes care of that one. All right, now the next thing I wanted to look at was this train is done, but it would be kind of nice to know how many builder trains we have ready to go, because that would tell us how many mining cells we could reasonably potentially stamp out. And unfortunately, you can see here, the train is still assigned to this station. And so there's no good way to tell the difference between is the train here and filling up, or is the train here and just waiting for a new cell to be stood up to go deliver building materials to. And not without, I suppose we could go get a bunch of decider combinators and set the exact same conditions here as are on the train schedule. We can just go dump a bunch of decider combinators out of here and get a clear single, but I think there's actually an easier way to do this. And that's by, what if we had the train pull out down this set of rails here, and then we could actually check and see if there's a train stopped beyond this rail signal, then that probably means that it is a full builder train. So let's see if we can set this up. First things first, let's get, here's the builder train. Let's send you down this way. Put you in manual mode. Okay. All right, so now in particular, we can see that this train signal is red, right? Which means there's a train in this segment here in particular, right? Oh, it's actually all of these blocks. But that is actually okay, because I think we're going to stick another signal in a minute. So we can stick a station right here. In order to do that, we need to shift this stuff over. I'm going to have the house robots do it and not my own, so I don't end up with a bunch of junk. So, okay, we'll shift these over here. Guess I'll just pick that up. Get rid of that. I guess I did a little bit of myself anyway. Okay, and then I think what we want to name this thing is, we're going to say, okay, this is where we're going to say this is a ready. We're going to say green for ready, and this is a mining tile. So we're going to do that. That's what we're going to call it. And I guess we'll do a train limit of 1. Okay. Very good. Okay. Actually, maybe I don't want to limit here. That way it just goes to the closest one it can find. Okay. Which in the case of it leaving here should always be this one. Okay, so that is good. Then what I want to do is I want to move this stuff. So this is our power switch. And I think we need this down here. We're going to get another train signal here. And now we can see, okay, the builder train is currently sitting in its own block, which is good stuff. Okay, so what are we saying here? Okay, right. So we're also disabling these guys here with this. So put that up there. And then what we want to do is, I guess we also want to control this. We want to say close the signal if, right, if C is greater than 1. I don't think that's exactly how we did it up top, but that will work. So if I turn that off, that did not work. It's outputting a C. Oh, C is greater than 0. This is why we check stuff. Okay, that turns that off. Okay, turn it on. Okay, now it's open. All right, good, 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 good. Okay, that means we can remove this one. All right. Now, unfortunately, if we take a look at, let's take a look at the train schedule on this guy. So unfortunately, the way it works is, so one thing we could do, so let's try shift left click. We'll slide this up here. So we might think that this would work, except that what's going to happen is it's going to come here. The next stop is going to be disabled, and it's just going to come right back around to here. So that doesn't work. So we actually have to, instead of disabling this guy, we have to set its limit to 0. So, so in order to do that, what we want is a decider combinator. So when can you have a limit of 1? Only if everything is 0, then you can have a limit of 1. Okay, then you go into here. We take off the enable disable. Are we reading the train contents here? Yes, we do need that. And we're going to set the train limit. And so now it's set to 0. And now if we take a look at the schedule, okay, it's here. So it's going to wait till 1 opens up. So I think this is what we want. So, so let's go ahead. Let's have you go around. Let's watch this work. So we should be able to loop around. We stop there for a second. All that stuff passes. Hopefully we go to the waiting station. And then we stop. And it should say destination full. Destination full. Okay, good stuff. And then what we can do is we can just read this signal. Actually, we're going to need to get a decider combinator. So let's read this one. Okay, I don't want to close signal, I want to read signal. Okay, so if it is red, then I think that I have a builder train here. So then I'm going to put that onto the global network as a supply. Okay, so if red is greater than 0, then output one mining builder train. So is that showing up? That is showing up. Okay, nice. Whoa, 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 why are we getting copper in here? What just happened? That must have been while we disabled this stuff. That's a little weird. What's our demand looking like? Demands should be coming in here. Wait, where'd our demands go? These are all the input signals. Logistics content. Minus 15. Whoa, it's not that we... Input signal is minus 15. Alright, the rest of these are all zeros. Oh, right, there's no demand. Duh. Okay, so why... Alright, we're gonna make sure that... Is anybody else coming in? Oh, these other ones aren't started yet. Alright, well, we might as well start you. We'll advance you around. Hopefully... We must be refilling from what we just dropped off. Okay. Is this guy full? All right. Yes, he's full. And he is stuck. Okay, good. All right, good. Okay, so that takes care of that guy. We wanted to fix our resource priority. And so I think what we'll do is we need to... And actually, I think we also want to stop this guy. Oh, I can only read that. Well, that's no good. But can I reach this one? Oh, not quite. What if I shift you a little closer? Okay, now can you reach this signal here? Come on. Ah. All right, but we've got them. Fine, we'll stick a little extra electric pole in here. Okay, closed signal, closed condition is going to be C greater than 0. Okay. All right, so let's turn this off, because one of the things that we discovered up here was that our demand priorities are not right. So these are telling how many we need, and then these are the demands here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 16, 32. Okay, so the one that we want to be 32 is, I think, water, actually. So we want this to be 32. We want this to be 16. Then we want this to be 8. We want this to be 4. We want this to be 2. And we want this to be 1. Okay. So we said the water was the 32. The oil was the 16. Then iron is 8. Copper is 4. Coal is 2. And stone is 1. Okay, that should fix our priorities. So that's good, because one of the things that we saw last episode was that it took a while before we could actually get this up and running, and in particular before we could start making solid fuel, so which we need for all the smelting and stuff. So that seems like a good idea to take care of. And let's see, we've taken all of this. Okay, and then the last thing that I want to do is I have a better idea for doing this resource calculation up here for inserting additional logistic spots. So I'm just going to take this business out of here. And the other thing that I'm going to do is, and our viewer Ted on an earlier episode pointed out that, you know, we have these tick counters making a clock signal, and there's no reason to do that over and over again for every cell. So I think what we want to do is just take these all out. Actually, let's not do that. Let's take these out. All right, because that's still connected. Okay, and let's just stick them over here. I have intended to make a brain cell at some point, which is a centralized place for monitoring. That's a good place to put these clocks. That's not it. All right, well, we remember how to build these. Okay, so I'm just going to stick it out here for now, and when we build a proper brain cell, we'll move it. Okay, so this is going to be a tick of 1. Then you go in there, and then you're going to be set to if t is less than, what did we say, 15 seconds? So that's 900. Right, that was our clock signal here, 900. Although now I want to put it back to 30 seconds. That's what we were doing for testing for the construction bots being done. Then output T. So this should be counting up. Okay. And now I want to do 2 of these, and we're going to put them on the same network so that they have the same signal propagation delay. And this one's going to say if t equals 0, then I'm going to output my clock. That's what we did before. And then we're going to say if t is greater than 0, then we're going to output D, which is D is not C. So that is the opposite of the clock signal. And then we're going to just put both of these onto the global green network. Over here. And then this guy relies on the C. And so I think what we want to do here is we'll just have a circuit condition which says if C is greater than 0, output C. And that will screen off anything else that's on the global network, right? So we've got all that supply stuff over there. And That's interesting. Why do we have supply of coal and iron? That is interesting. I wonder where that is coming from. Oh, I suppose we can turn this back on. Let's turn you back on. Let's see if anything will happen. Shouldn't be, hopefully. I do want to see... No, I demand... Wait. Okay. I need a carload of coal and a carload of iron, is that right? Yeah, those are both below 32, so that's okay. Do I have stuff coming in is the question. Same thing, so those should be showing up. Okay, those are showing up. Where is that supply coming from is the question. You're only reading robot statistics. Where is that coming from? This should just be... Right, here's our... That's what we're setting the buffer chest to. Oh, this is the output of 14, that's the supply. Somebody's putting a coal and an iron on here, and I'm not sure who it is. So I guess we'll figure that out later. But let's see, are we getting a C in here? We are not getting a C in here. Why are we not getting a C in here? We're seeing a D. There's the D. There's the D. Why is the D so high? Oh. Alright, we've got leakage here. We've got leakage because... Oh, that's why, that's why, that's why! Okay, this is the problem. We don't want this to go here. And we don't want this to go here. Alright, that fixed it. Okay, so we actually need to route this some other fashion. So we should use the large power poles for that. So we should go from here to here to here. Woo! All right, there we go. That fixed it. Okay, good. All right, now are we actually getting what's on here? We got a D of 1, and that should... Okay, and then we're having no C here, so that's okay. Okay, great. All right, so that means we can come down where we have a little bit more space. And let's get our D and C signals in here. Okay. All right, so my idea for the logistics bots is to test that the average busyness of here. And let's see. Let's just put another substation here to figure out on average how busy are we or are the bots, and then only if we assume that we want maybe a target utilization of 75%. So you know, on average, we don't want the bots to be more than 75% busy. It's okay to spike above that. Then we'll add more logistics bots then. So let's see. Let's set this guy up. you are going to request one logistic bot. 1. Okay. All right. Now, what we want to do is we want to set up a counter, and we're going to read. No, that's not what I want. All right. This guy doesn't have anything attached to it. Okay, so read robot statistics. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is, this is actually the wrong one. Okay, first we need to figure out how many are busy. And so the number that are busy is just y minus x, right? If x are available, then y minus x must be busy. Okay, so we'll say y minus x, output busy. Okay, then we're going to make a little memory cell here. And so we are going to add, let's see, so this is just gonna add anything we get through. So this should be adding. All right, we got logistics bots that are in here. We're not looping back yet. And then the next thing that we want to do is we need another arithmetic one. Actually, let's just make it clear that these should be B's. Okay, then from here, actually let's do a red one to here. Then we can get the green one from here. Okay, so we want this to be 0. We want this to get zeroed when the clock strikes. So that is the same as, we want to take B, we want to multiply it by D, which is the not clock. So that is 1 most of the time and 0 when the clock fires. So when it's 0, then that will clear the memory. And we'll use this to loop back. Okay, so this should count. This should count how many are busy. Do we have logistics bots doing stuff? Okay, we do. We have logistics bots doing stuff, and then it should be every, in this case, every 30 seconds. This should reset. Okay, so it did. Well, that's a funky graphic there. All right, good. Then I think what we want to do is so we want to take, let's see. The other thing that we want is we want to take the current count, whatever that total is, and so this will be B, and we're going to multiply this by C and output B. Okay, and this will be 0 except when the clock fires. Okay, so now we need to do a little bit of math, and we need to figure out the average here. So the first thing is that we know that this is resetting every 1800 ticks. And so another way of saying it is whatever the total of B that comes out here, the average is going to be B divided by 1800. And then if the bots are too busy on average, then if B divided by 1800 is greater than, let's say, I know we said 75%, but let's say 9/10. if they're greater than 9/10 busy, so that would be 9/10 of Y, right? Y is the total logistics spots. Okay, so right, so if B divided by 1800 is greater than 9/10 Y, then we want to insert a logistics spot. So that's the same as B divided by 1800 times 10 divided by 9. And so that's another way of saying that if we divide B by 3600 divided by 10 times 9 equals 3240. Okay, so, no, I didn't do that right. 1800 divided by 10 times 9. Okay, 1620. Okay, so when this thing fires, so this will be B divided by 1620, and we'll say that is the average. And then the last thing that we'll do is we'll do a comparison, and we'll say here, okay, so if the average is greater than the total number of logistic spots, then we're going to ask for a logistic spot. And then we will enable you if logistic spot is greater than 0. Okay. Why do you not have a logistic spot? Oh, I see. Because, oh, okay, fine. Okay. All right, I think that's what we want. And that should smooth things out and maybe not spike when a train comes in. Are we about to have a train come in soon? That's a good question. All right, but that's good enough. Okay, very good. All right, now I think we're ready to take a blueprint and stamp this out. So I am going to pause the video here, and what I'm going to do is, or actually, I guess not quite yet. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to park this guy up here. Okay. Good. And then let's just reset your fuel here. Okay, so you have a stack. All right, that looks good. Then I think we also need to back this one up. So let's move these guys here. Here. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to climb in here. We're going to put you on manual, and we're just going to back you up so the fuel can't hit you. Oh, great. I'm backing up into this thing. Let's put you to manual. Let's back you up. You can start on the straightaway. Let's see, we should make sure that everybody's fuel is reset. I guess you're back far enough. All All right, you've got 10. And let's put you to manual. Let's back you up so you're on the straightaway. And then let's pull your fuel out. Okay. All right, now I think we're ready to take a blueprint. And I'm going to do that, but in the process of doing that, I'm going to double check all the numbers of the stuff on the train and fix the schedule and things like that. So I'll just do that off camera and then I will be back. Okay, we are back and I have made a blueprint of the mining cell as we've seen here. I've named this mining cell copper and I've decided to give these things version numbers because I think we'll be updating the blueprints as we go along, and my intent is to publish the ones that we think are working, probably in pinned comments on the episodes after they get uploaded here, and I have a chance to clean up some of the blueprints. We'll do semantic versioning here, so if we do a minor version update, right, so the thing after the decimal point, then that should mean you can either stamp it down on the prior version and it should work, or it should or possibly if you take the trains off, because trains may be out and about when you go to stamp that down. So we'll consider those backwards compatible. And then if there's something where the blueprint removes something that was there before, then we'll increment the major version. And so that way you can, if you're using these blueprints, you can potentially figure out when you can apply them and when you can't. I mean, I suppose when you go see some red dots attempting to apply it, that might give you a good hint. But that will keep track of it. I have written out here in my personal Spidertron, and let's see, I carved a little hole here in my electric grid out here so that I can stamp this down, because we need to update this so it will, there's something there. Let's get rid of this stuff. What was in there? Oh, cliffs and stuff. All right, I think I'm out of cliff explosives, so we'll have to clean this up. But anyway, we have to stamp the blueprint down in order to, let's see, I guess I can come pick up these trees. We have to stamp the blueprint down in order to update it to become, say, an iron mining cell. Oh, my robots are off, so let's turn those on. Okay, let's clean those up. Very good. Turn the robots off, because I don't think we actually want to build this thing. We just want to stamp it down as a ghost. Let's see. All right. Thank you for your service there, Spidertron, who has the cliff explosives. All right, let's stamp this thing down. And then let's figure out what stuff we need to update. So we definitely know that we have to update some stuff down here. So one thing that we know we need to update is, instead of copper ore, we're going to have to change this to iron ore 2400. Okay. Then, let's see, here's some more copper. This was minus 48k copper. That has to become minus 48,000 iron. That should be our reserve. Looks like we need to update these guys. So instead of copper, we should have iron. And instead of copper, we should have iron. Okay. What else? This is going to have a different name. So this is going to become, it's just going to be iron. Iron. Okay. That's okay. What else is down here? I did take out the miners and this row of robe reports, because I think where exactly the ore is going to be a little different from cell to cell, and so I think we want to paste those down separately. We're going to have to update the train schedules here. Let's see, can I get Oh, I need to build the rails underneath it. Okay. All right, what is your schedule? You have no schedule. That seems like a problem. All right, so you are going to go, maybe it gets built without a schedule. That's okay, we can still launch them. It's not like these guys have very difficult schedules. Okay, you are gonna go to iron until you are full, and then you're going to go to iron drop off until you are empty. Okay, then let's see, I guess I have to actually put the fuel in you. And then I need to build these other trains. Did you also get built without a schedule? Oh, I have to build rails. Okay. All right, let's put some fuel in you. You had a schedule. Okay, so one of them was missing on the copper one. So we'll fix that off screen here. So you are going to go to, oh, we can just copy this. Duh. Copy. Paste. Try again. Copy. Paste. There we go. Why are you thinking you want more fuel in here? I think there's an error in the old blueprint here. So, like I said, we'll clean that up. All right, you get 10 fuel. And do I still have the schedule saved? Yep. Okay, good. That takes care of those. And then we have to update this schedule. Oh. Rails. All right, you came with the schedule, so that's good. All right. You need some of this. And then let's see. Right click to delete the item request, because yes, we're going to re-blueprint it. All right, here. Let's I guess I didn't have to stick the fuel in, but we can clear those. Seems like some of them were missing anyway. Okay, what else? This should all be the same. We've got the reserves, but we do have to update this schedule. I don't have to update it. It's the same schedule because this station is named the same. Nice. Okay, great stuff. So that means that we should be able to blueprint this. Okay, include the trains and the train stop names. You are going to be the mining cell for iron. And let's see, we'll call you mining cell iron version 1.0. Okay, create blueprint, put that there. Let's get rid of all of this stuff. Guess I'll turn the robots back on. No, that's not what I wanted. I need to get rid of all this stuff. Most of it is ghosty. So now I can get rid of you. Oh, turn robots, thank you. Pick up this stuff. Pick up this stuff. Okay. Well, this is, I think this is going to work out nice. This will give us a nice little, oh, what's down here? Oh. Stuff I have not picked up is what's down here. The nice thing about having a personal Spidertron for rolling around is I can use the Spidertron remote to sort of auto move me around. But anyway, what is this stuff? All right. We have various things that need cleaning up here. But I think we can use this general area for cell blueprint updating. And the nice thing about what I did with the cells is I need to set up the grid stuff, but they're aligned so that we can use them both horizontal and vertical. So that's nice. So we only need one copy of them. Let's see. Okay, we need to fix this stuff. We know some of these values. Save. How are you aligned? Okay, minus 48, minus 48. Okay. Minus 48, minus 48. Save. Okay, does that put you in? Sure looks like it. All right, where's some iron? Let's come down here. Let's turn the robots off just for a second. And let's wander down here. So I think here we can turn this off. I think the first thing that we need to build is the stem cell, which I did update. You can see down there on the station at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure. There's an extra inserter in here. This one is not needed. Save blueprint. Right, and so this should stamp this. I think this is what we want to stamp down and build. And then, yeah, and then we're gonna see if we can build this thing. Okay, so I want to build this thing. So let's see if I can come over here and build this. Oh, robots, please. Okay, you do not have a station name, which is good, because we have to assign one. Okay, now here is, let's see, I think, here, the other thing that I'm gonna do is, where's our copper cell? Up here. I think the other thing at this point, we know we can just get rid of this because we've already built this guy. And so we don't have to continue listening to it. And I think that means that we can also, well, you know what? We'll just do that to silence the alarm. It does mean we have to start these things. Start. Let's make sure this works properly. Okay, we're going to stop here. See, I have all my stuff, and then I will hopefully stop here. Okay, good. Let's see, we need to start this train. Go. Let's copy from there. Let's paste in there. You should also go. And let's paste in there. And you should also go. All right, so that's what we'll do after things get built. Okay, this my friends, is the moment of truth. My robots are off. My Spidertron has no robots in it. It's really just legs. Extra legs for moving faster. So, man, I'm so nervous. But I guess we just got to do it. All right, this is the mining cell for iron. So let's see if this works. Do we have a builder train coming? Here it comes. All right, that's working as desired. All right, now we're gonna zoom in here because I think, oh, this is already built. So we're unloading stuff, that's good. This is disabled. This is where the logistics bots are, right? Yeah, so I'm going to turn this. Oh, what do you mean I can't reach it? I'm gonna turn this just so it doesn't stick the logistics bots in yet. Whoa, the construction bots are actually last. That's interesting. All right, I guess that's okay. And here come the construction bots. And they're off and running. Let's see, available robots, 0. So this should still be disabled, which it is, so that's good. So, so this is interesting, right? They have to pick up some wood here, which they're gonna stick in the boxes. Did I take alt mode off? Oh, I did, okay. I should really be running around in the Spidertron anyways, so that I don't get stuck on pipes and things like that. Okay, no path out for this guy, that's okay. I want to watch and see, I want to see it make these other roboports down here. I'm a little curious how long this is going to take. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to go time-lapse a video here, and I'll be back after this stuff is done. My little clock up here says 11:27, so we'll be right back. Okay, the bots think they're done. There are no gears here, so that's good stuff. Oh, we have a delivery of oil coming in. That's fun. Okay, what if anything went wrong here? Let's check. Did you get creative with fuel? You did. Do you have your schedule? You do. Let's just double check all the trains. Okay. Let's see. I should check the fuel too. You've got the right schedule. I need to get closer to look at your fuel. You have fuel. Okay, you have the schedule. You have fuel. I did see something interesting here. Let's see. This is the one that got created. And does it have fuel? Okay, it got created. Now the fun thing is, this is the one that just dropped off, and it came and parked itself right here. Fortunately, we can see, hey, we're ready for trains to start. I'm not actually going to start them yet, but I am a little curious. I want to see. Here's our logistics bot, and it is now enabled. Which is good stuff. So that means we successfully detected the end of construction. The last thing that I want to do here is we need to get, let's see, we need some of this stuff. So how do I want to do this? I suppose it doesn't supremely matter. Will that fit there? All right, we'll just drag this stuff over here. We still have construction bots. We should have, hopefully, enough miners and passive provider chests to fill this all in. Let's see. We can get rid of that and these and this and that. What else we got on the edge here? You should be powered, so that'll be okay. We can get rid of this stuff and this stuff. That's okay. This stuff, we're now mining, so that's good. That one actually got built, okay. Bots are catching up to me here. And then we don't need this. And we don't need this. And we don't need, I guess we'll leave you there. We're within a miner. Okay, and then this stuff goes out. Okay, so that's all of that, and I think we need another row of roboports here just to make sure we have enough charging, and we'll put this up against the mining field. Although I don't know that we have enough for those, but we do have enough for these, and then we need the substations. We'll have to see if there's a better way to cover these guys. This feels like still a little bit of a manual setup here, but it can all be done remotely, so I think that's okay. What are we doing up here? We're missing some power. I was too aggressive with the power pole removal. All right, oh, we have no logistics spots. So let's just see, are you requesting, you're not requesting iron. You should be requesting iron though. Yes. Okay. I think this is gonna work. All right, I'm going to take care of this alarm here by starting these guys. You should go back to the I'm imagining you'll go back to the copper cell, so that's good. The oil will pull in. You can start doing your business. You can start doing your business. And you can start doing your business. And then there should be some stuff loaded on here, right? Yeah, the extra stuff we didn't use got loaded on here. So that's just fine. That is just fine. Okay, and then what else is there to do? Oh, we need to remove the alert. Where is that alert? Here it is. Get rid of you. Okay. Very nice. I think we just replicated a mining cell, and I think we should celebrate by turning on the logistics bots. All right, away they go. Now, this is actually not going to work because it's going to get stuck waiting on water. So we got oil in, which is nice. But we have no water trains, so this is actually just gonna sit tight here. All right, logistics bots are starting to fill stuff in. All right, we're gonna end this episode here. That is exciting. We just replicated a cell. I'm actually super excited. That actually went actually the way that we planned. I guess that's better than I didn't expect it to actually go off without a hitch, but I guess we were a little surprised. I was a little surprised to have this one just pull up and get ready to be loaded, but that makes sense because then this one can just go out when we turn it on. But I think that's generally pretty successful. I do know one update that I want to make that I realize I forgot to do, but we've spent enough time in the episode, is for these buffer chests down here that are requesting ore, I want to turn on the request from buffer chests here. And we can do that uniformly across all of the cells. And because that should work fine. There shouldn't be, in this case, is the iron. The iron will pull from the buffer chests. The copper ones can pull from buffer chests, but there probably won't be copper ore in buffer chests. So, that means we can just be pretty uniform about it. Okay, so I am going to go clean up the blueprints. We know that we have a little bit of train fuel stuff that it looks like we have to fix on the copper one. I think I'll go ahead and produce versions for stone and coal offline. But this is a pretty exciting milestone. I'm very excited about this. I think next episode, in order to unblock this guy, I think we have to work on building a water train next. So we'll do that. That will definitely be a problem for future Mystic Fish, but we are making progress here, folks. So I'm excited about this, and so we'll wrap it up here. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, and until then, bye.